Hi, my name is Joannis, and tune in for more on YouTube at La Peachy Rebel. Comparison gets a bad rep, but today I want to discuss why you should compare. You've probably heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. But comparing itself is not the problem, it's how you interpret it. Of course, if you compare to criticize yourself, feel jealous, focus on what you don't have, and think poor me thoughts, then yes, it will steal your joy. But if you compare to learn, expand your awareness, or motivate yourself to grow, then comparison becomes a tool, one that helps you stay inspired and raise your life standards. Let's talk about healthy comparison, how to use it in a way that motivates you, expands your awareness, and propels you forward. In this video, we're diving into healthy comparison, how to turn it into motivation, inspiration, and even education for your personal growth. Because listen, comparison isn't going anywhere. It's part of being human. How we handle it is what makes the difference. 1. Comparison is not the enemy. Your mindset is. Let's get one thing clear. Comparison can be both beneficial and harmful. It all depends on how you use it. Comparing yourself just to criticize, feel jealous, or focus on what you don't have, that's destructive. But comparing to learn, improve, and see what is possible, that is powerful. You hold the power to reframe how you think about comparison. If your mindset isn't in a healthy place, it doesn't matter whether you're on social media or not, the pattern of comparing and feeling bad will show up in real life too. You can delete social media, but the problem is not the platform, it's your mindset. If you don't fix the root of the problem, when you get back on social media, you will just run into the same issue. 2. Acceptance and appreciation changes everything. We have to practice acceptance of ourselves and of others. There will always be people who have more, do more, or seem further ahead, and that's okay. That's what makes the world interesting. Everyone brings something valuable and unique to the table. Being bitter about other people's success will not change that. They are where they need to be, and you are where you need to be. If there's something you can change, go for it. If there's something you can't change, work on accepting it and reframing your mindset around it. Otherwise, you're doing yourself a disservice. 3. The psychology behind comparison. Realistically, our brains are wired to compare. So when I hear people giving ridiculous advice like stop comparing, I shake my head. It's unrealistic and not the right approach. Thomas Moosweiler, a professor of organizational behavior, says, "It's one of the most basic ways we develop an understanding of who we are, what we're good at, and what we're not so good at." In other words, comparison helps us define who we are. I'd also add it helps us figure out who we don't want to be, or which areas we could grow in. If you never compared, you'd never know what more looks like. You'd never have that spark that says, wait, I think I can do better. Comparison gives us perspective, and that's how growth can begin. And that's powerful, because when you think about it, how would you ever know what you want or what's possible if you never saw someone else achieve it? Comparison gives you contrast. It helps you say, I want more of that, or actually, that's not for me. 4. My approach to comparison. I have and still do compare myself to others. It's natural, but I do it productively. When I see someone doing amazing things, my first thought is not envy, it's inspiration. My first thought is not, I wish I had that. And if it's something that aligns with me, maybe I can create something like that in my own way and in my own time. Sometimes I see something that aligns with my values and I get inspired to work toward it. Other times, I simply appreciate the beauty and diversity in other people's lives. That's the difference. I choose how I respond, and that keeps me at peace or motivated, not miserable. 5. The power of reframing. If something doesn't work, whether it's a habit, a mindset, or a reaction, I change it. I reframe it. We have so much power over how we think. If you sit in jealousy, resentment, or blaming others for their success, you're only hurting yourself. That cycle doesn't lead anywhere. You can either keep repeating it like a fool, or you can do the inner work to shift your thinking. The key word here is you. Okay, so here's how you can start using comparison in a healthy way. First, notice the trigger. When you feel that discomfort, pause and ask, what exactly am I craving here? Second, reframe it. Instead of, I wish I had that, think, if they can do it, maybe I can do it too. And third, take action. Use that energy to improve your own life, not to judge someone else's. And lastly, the fourth one, practice gratitude. Appreciate where you are, even while striving for more. Because sitting in comparison without action is just self-sabotage, but using it as fuel is self-development. Everyone has something unique to offer, including you. So next time you catch yourself comparing, ask yourself, can I turn this into inspiration? If the answer is yes, you've just transformed a potential joy thief into a growth tool. Remember, they are where they need to be, and you are where you need to be. Your story is not finished. So go ahead, compare, but do it consciously. Let it motivate you, not deflate you. Use comparison as your teacher, not your tormentor. Let it show you what's possible, not what's missing. Because when used right, comparison is not the thief of joy, it's the fuel for your growth. Feel free to share this with someone who might need a little mindset boost today. And if you enjoyed this chat, tune in for more on YouTube at La Peachy Rebel.